Senate warns South Africa over xenophobia. And that's the headline for now. We'll be back soon with more breaking stories and major updates from across Nigeria and around the world. Stay tuned and thanks for watching.
The Senate is concerned that while Nigerian-owned businesses in South Africa have been attacked, looted or closed or abandoned under threat, South Africa origin enterprises and brands including MTN, MultiChoice, etc. have continued to operate successfully and lawfully in Nigeria. The Senate affirms that Nigeria has chosen the path of restraint, African brotherhood, and respect for the rule of law by rejecting reprisals against South African nationals and lawful commercial interests in Nigeria. Regrets that subsequent developments, including the voluntary repatriation of Nigerians and the expiration of the 30th June 2026 ultimatum, indicate that previous interventions have not provided sufficient protection or a lasting solution.
South African businesses in Nigeria, like MTN, MultiChoice, etc., should be nationalized and the proceeds/shares be used to pay Nigerians and Nigerian businesses who have suffered losses in the xenophobic attack in South Africa.
It's a coordinated effort to destabilize that country, to remove the African National Congress from power, first from the former white minority government with the aid of the United States of America, where former apartheid rulers have complained that they are being oppressed, forgetting the more than 100 years of oppression that they have meted to black South Africans. On the other side, there's a mobilization. Now on the black side, mainly from former President Zuma and the Inkatha, to delegitimize South African government with the support of other African countries. The position of those people who are now xenophobically attacking other Africans has a political purpose. And the purpose is to delegitimize the government, first from the right wing of the white South Africans and now coming from the black ones. This situation could be very, very dangerous for this country if we don't recognize the alliance that is coming to destroy the ruling party in South Africa.
I said earlier that there's a need, in view of what Senator Abdullahi told us, that we should allow our Committee on Foreign Affairs to investigate. Nigeria is the giant of Africa. We lead in Africa. We lead, whether anybody likes it or not. We set the pace. So being the leading country in Africa, we need to lead by example. I think we need to allow that committee to investigate, look at the entire scenario, the conspiracy angle to what is happening, and once we've gotten the necessary information, well-informed facts, then we can take action in line with what you've said.
The Nigerian Senate has called on the federal government to take stronger diplomatic action following renewed reports of xenophobic attacks against Nigerians and other African nationals living in South Africa. Lawmakers expressed deep concern over the recurring violence, intimidation, and destruction of businesses reportedly targeting foreign nationals. They described the attacks as unacceptable and urged the Nigerian government to intensify diplomatic engagement with the South African authorities to ensure the safety of Nigerian citizens. During plenary, senators stressed that the protection of Nigerians abroad remains a constitutional responsibility of the federal government. They called on the ministries of Foreign Affairs and Interior, as well as Nigeria's diplomatic mission in South Africa, to closely monitor developments and provide immediate assistance to affected citizens. The Senate also urged the federal government to engage the South African government through diplomatic channels to ensure those responsible for attacks are identified, prosecuted, and brought to justice. Lawmakers noted that repeated incidents of xenophobic violence could undermine the long-standing relationship between Nigeria and South Africa. According to the senators, both countries have historically enjoyed strong political, economic, and cultural ties. They emphasized that these relations should be strengthened through mutual respect, cooperation, and the protection of citizens residing in each other's countries. The The lawmakers further expressed concern over reports that some Nigerians have suffered physical attacks, loss of property, business closures, and emotional trauma due to recurring xenophobic incidents. They called for improved protection measures and early warning mechanisms to prevent future attacks. The Senate encouraged Nigerians living in South Africa to remain law-abiding and to report any threats or incidents to local security agencies and the Nigerian High Commission. Citizens were also advised to remain vigilant and avoid situations that could endanger their safety. Observers say xenophobic attacks have remained a challenge in South Africa for several years, with foreign nationals from various African countries occasionally becoming targets of violence during periods of social and economic tension. The Senate reaffirmed that while diplomatic dialogue remains the preferred solution, Nigeria must not hesitate to take appropriate diplomatic measures if the safety and rights of its citizens continue to be threatened. Analysts believe stronger cooperation between both governments, community leaders, and security agencies will be essential in preventing future attacks and preserving the important partnership between the two countries. As the situation develops, Nigerians at home and abroad are hoping for lasting solutions that will promote peaceful coexistence, protect lives and property, and strengthen relations between African nations.